You're listening to episode number 58 of the Play Your Position podcast. Kickoff, move the chains, and touchdowns. Welcome to the Play Your Position podcast, the world's #1 business podcast, sharing inspiring insights about success and struggle, achievement and aspiration, mentoring and mastery, straight from the end zone. I'm your host, Mary Lou Kaiser, and growing up a huge sports fan, I realized early on the many parallels between football and this game called life. The highs and lows, the wins and losses, the importance of showing up, playing hard, and making no excuses, no matter what. Each episode features fascinating stories that teach us how to become better, make a bigger difference, and win championship games with our talents and dreams. I invite you to subscribe to the show and become an official part of the PYP team so you never miss out on any of the great content or fun. As always, extended details about each episode can be found over on the Shownotes page at my website, pyppodcast.com. Hello, Team PYP, and welcome to this special edition of the PYP podcast. It's been a while since I've done an audio postcard, and with football playoffs behind us here in the United States and Super Bowl 50 coming up in a couple of weeks, I thought the timing was perfect to share some thoughts with you about playing your position with greater passion, greater direction, even greater enthusiasm this year. Like so many people at the start of the new year, I sat down and listed out my goals for 2016 at the beginning of January. Pretty typical for anyone who is committed to personal growth and development like I am. And in listing out my goals, I always reflect on what marks I hit and what marks I didn't hit the previous year. In the special compilation episode I made at the end of 2015, I talk in more detail about that, and I think that's episode number 55, if you want to check that out. What I want to share with you today has to do with a podcasting colleague of mine named John Lee Dumas. Some of you may be familiar with John. He is the founder and host of the wildly popular podcast, Entrepreneur on Fire, and has been an inspiration to millions of people around the world as they forge a path to greater success and freedom through their business ventures. Now, I was honored to be one of his guests on EOFire back in the fall of 2014, episode number 720, where I talk about the power of stories and why we all need to learn how to tell our stories better. Playing your position at your highest level, after all, demands that you know your story really, really well. And if you're interested in listening to that show, you can check it out over at pyppodcast.com and click the media tab on the nav bar. Anyway, John is a very smart man and is currently in the middle of launching his latest project called the Freedom Journal, which happens to be his passion project. I recently pledged my support of the Freedom Journal and wanted to pass along the information to you, Team PYP, as I know many of you listening today are interested in accomplishing the goals you set for yourself this year. But I know from firsthand experience that setting goals and achieving goals are two very different things, which is why getting your copy of the Freedom Journal could be your ticket to really seeing your goals manifest this year. And just so you know, I'm sharing this information with you as a part of meeting one of my big goals for this year, which is to be more generous and promote more people on an even bigger scale than I already do. I don't make any money from passing along the link to the Freedom Journal. My reward comes from knowing I'm sharing something of tremendous value with you, Team PYP. It's up to you to decide if the Freedom Journal is the right fit for you, and only you can know that. So again, you're going to definitely want to check that out. Again, go to pyppodcast.com. You can type freedom in the search bar and it will pop up. Now, I had the chance to get an early peek inside the Freedom Journal, and let me tell you, it is stunning. John emailed former EOFire guests a PDF of the first 30 days inside the journal, and even the PDF looks amazing. I cannot wait to actually get my hands on the real deal, which, according to John and the photos I've seen, is a faux leather book with gold-edged pages and thick, creamy paper. As a journaler and a book lover, nothing beats the feel of a well-made book in my hands, and John has spared no expense in creating something everyone will be proud to own and use. Here is what I know about goals, and what I'm about to say may seem counterintuitive to some of you, but here goes. When we set a goal, the goal is what dictates our growth. It's not the other way around. It's not that the growth we experience that dictates the goal. In other words, think about this. Too often people will say, well, once I lose 10 pounds, then I can take that vacation or buy that outfit or wear a bikini or fill in the blank. Once I have enough money saved, then I can start my own business. Or once I read enough books and get all the information possible on this particular topic, then I can make a decision. That kind of thinking is actually backwards. And what John has done with the Freedom Journal is help anyone who commits to using it flip that way of thinking upside down, and in return, help you see the results you say you really want come to life. On his Kickstarter page, he offers people lots of different pledge levels, so you can pick the one that's right for you. Again, go to pyppodcast.com/FJ to learn more about John and this project and how to pledge. Like I said, I am super excited to get my Freedom Journal in early February and take it for a spin. And if you decide to get one too, let me know how it goes. I would love to hear stories from Team PYP of how you are moving out of the red zone and into the end zone with a goal that allows you to show up even better than you already are as you play your position in life, in your career, in your business. So, Team PYP, that's all for today. Can't wait to see you next time with another amazing guest. And remember, it's always a great day to get out there and play your position.